today I'm supposed to do audible book reading. For those who don't understand what that means, that simply means that there is no endorsement when it comes to reading these audible books. It's just something that I find in availability when it comes to my Amazon shopping. So in my Amazon shopping, I have options to look at books and I sample books. And this book seemed quite interesting, so let's go for it. It says, a pleasure to read and study, a phenomenal work by two truly remarkable humanitarians. So someone gives the book a 5 star. Someone WNHO Endorsement Magazine, whoever that is. Hopefully it's not the HWO. Healing Codes for Biblical Apocalypse. Okay, Dr. Leonard Horozet and Dr. Joseph Pulido. They have all these kinds of copyright things, but remember, this is their free exploration of their books, their samples. So it talks about healing codes of biological apocalypse, includes bibliographical references and index of popular works, religious history, Christianity, Bible codes, Freemasonry, Project Heart, political science, mind control, population control. Oh, there's some good stuff I see. So let me. World National Health Organization says this book belongs in every home, church, synagogue, and religious temple around the world. I could not put this book down. It is filled with some of the most enlightening, spellbinding, and scientifically proven information, truly written by the hand of God, they said. President of the World National Health Organization, PhD, James Dulosalt. So someone else from the Idaho, Observer, early in the morning here, people. The most brilliant game of connect the dots ever put into print. All of the evidence is there. Healing Codes has left nothing out. You are left completely shocked by revelations that go far beyond exposing the genocidal intentions. Remember this word, people, intentions of a few evil men. So if you use the word intentions a lot, understand that your intention has to have protocols. Your intention has to have fall throughs. Your intention has to be, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. And what will the end be after I intend on doing these things? And if you have no intention on following through on what you say you're going to do, whether genocidal or not, do not have intentions that will lead others to a demise, okay, or to stressful times, okay? Okay, especially if you're not an evil person. If you want to know why so many people are sick today, what the true causes of our disease epidemics are, and how to prepare yourself physically and spiritually, I would even add emotionally, people, to defend yourself against the coming plagues, meaning they already know in advance they're coming, read this book. Don Harkins, editor, book review, the Idaho Observer. Yeah, I think that the way he laid it out was beautiful, actually. Now, Jonathan Bailey, president of International, let's say just Foundation, get to it. Delightful, a masterpiece of the Lord, he says. This book confirms the awareness that we are being persecuted by organized criminals. Congratulates on the work that scientifically and divinely protects the lives that honest and dedicated health professionals are devoted to saving. Yes, they take an oath to save lives, not to end lives. But these days money matters. You know what I'm saying? So it says here by Richard Martin, book review in the Spectrum, he says, at critical junctures in history, certain key literary works come along to act as a catalyst to awaken people and provoke new learning and understanding. I would even say overstanding and understanding. Healing Codes for the Biological Apocalypse is definitely such literary work. This potent and timely work ultimately serves God in this critical, transitional, and historical sequence of planetary evolution. I say it serves the awakening of man, I would say. that man needs to awaken. Humans need to awaken. Mankind needs to awaken from just being a human, a hue of color. You need to awaken. Okay. We understand. We understand. We understand it's critical for those who serve God, but also you need to understand that you need to be who you are being, and you need to be aware of who you be. Okay. So, in the final analysis, love is the driving force, bringing about an end to the darkness that has seemingly prevailed during these last few days or decades. So, I would love to just add on to the fact that sometimes I'll say this: how much light of darkness dwelleth within thee? We all have a space of darkness, and darkness isn't always evil. However, in this context, they're seeing it as evil. I'm going to talk about that. My husband and I, we want to talk about some of these concepts that we've been programmed and trained to think. Works can be evil, but a space, a space, a image that may be dark doesn't mean it's evil. It has to have some type of um, error to it, okay? Some type of error to it in order for you to consider it something that takes away lives, because evil is backwards live, okay? Anyway, that's just a whole duality thing I'm talking right now. And the days of true glory are before us, aided by the inspiration and higher input from Dr. Horace and Pulolio for all humanity. Thank you. So anyway, on that one, a roller coaster reawakening us to biological perils of the new millennium and the new world order. Healing codes for the biological apocalypse is an unprecedented mix of biblical prophecies, or I'm gonna just read it, y'all, mysticisms, and medical conspiracies, with startling revelations of an out of control biotechnology. I won't say big tech, big pharma, web to secret government genocidal agents or agendas. Mhm. Also, it says, a pleasure to read and study a phenomenal work by two truly remarkable humanitarians. Let's continue. A very important book that traces and documents the history of those who operate behind the scenes, some vastly wealthy, I don't want to say no Gates, Bill Gates, and powerful people, Klaus Schwab, who direct a sizable part of Earth's resources to now control the world's population. I even say Elon Musk here. Protect yourself from coming plagues by reading this book. One of the most fascinating books I've ever read, someone says, George Nuri. Interesting. A KTRS radio talk show host. I'm St. Louis, so I see he didn't say much because he's just a radio host, I suppose. In the vast... Anyway. Okay, let's continue. So it has rave reviews, okay? Rave reviews. So that's pretty much all he gave us. But from their review, it sounds like he's given a perspective of biological ways to heal yourself. Encouraging words from his belief system to heal yourself, to encourage yourself. Definitely, this would be something that I would love to indulge in and read. So I definitely keep it in my cart. Leonard seems to be someone who knows what those inside the secrets rooms know. And so, but he got to make a little money by telling you. He can't just tell you. Because if he just tell you, you're not going to believe him. But if you add a price to it, then you'll believe him. Because that's how we have been programmed and conditioned. I'm not like that. I'm not like that. I like to listen to people and hear people out. Even if they say something that I absolutely know for certain that it leads you to servitude and slavery. And yes, sir, master, sir. Yes, sir, master, sir. Even in the eternal realm, I just listen to them because I know they know some things, and I'll excuse the stuff that I know they don't know yet. Because sometimes our eyes are clouded with biases. Because those of us who know that we don't have to be mastered, and those who know that they want to be mastered, then there's no argument in between that. Just know what you want. Definitely it is about healing. Breaking the code is definitely about healing. This past April 8th, my husband and I were sitting back and we were thinking, this eclipse that's coming underneath this constellation of the whale, and many cities that this pathway fell through was called Nineveh. There's so much stuff going on. HARP in Illinois and HARP across in Europe. All these things were kicked on. 3 rockets went up. The clouds were cloudy. You only could sporadically see what was going on. They hit everything. I wouldn't be out there anyway, because that's a darkness too that came upon the earth. A moon going in front of the sun. That's a darkness. Some people say it's great. Some people say, oh, this is evil. It depends on the end result, actually, or the intent for the end result to be used for evil. However, there is a lot of how can I say this? There are a lot of hopefulness, hoping that we would want the apocalypse to happen, and they're trying everything they know how to encourage you to believe that the end of the world is at hand. However, the only end of the world that's going to happen is if they get up in your head and they mark your mind up with what they believe and make your world what they want it to be and not what you believe it to be. Because I will say this simple and plain without offending anybody, because I know people that listen to me are not easily offended. If you are following the protocols or the rules and regulations or the codes, laws, bylaws of any group, any congregation, any body, any system, which is called a body of something, and you haven't established what it is that you on your own determine helpful and not helpful, you might be in trouble. Thanks for watching.